Hello friends, welcome back. Now today we are going to discuss about the chapter of your Evans Rise and O level. The whole story based on a one prisoner whose name was Evans. Even he got the one nickname also from the prison officers, and that was the Evans the Brave. There's the reason behind of that because he had escaped thrice from the prison. Next thing, when he was in a prison, he showed his desire that he wanted to take the academic qualification of O-level German. For that, governor contacted to the secretary of the board examination, and secretary of the board examination asked some questions about him. And when he got to know that there's no any violence recorded against him, finally they get ready. And here, Evans had a one small disease which we call the kleptomaniac. Kleptomaniac is a kind of disease in which people can't help himself from stealing. After that, here, they got a big problem about the investigator. And in investigator, they finally discussed that they will hire one person from a St. Mary Max church. And finally, they did the same things. After that, the problem rose, now where he will give the exam. On that, governor replied that he will give the exam in his private cell. Finally, the examination date arrived, but before the day of the examination, his German teacher visited to his cell, and he warned him that please don't try to do any kinds of mischief, otherwise you could be in danger, because this time governor is going to take care of everything by himself. Next day, on 8 June, morning 8:30. Please just remember the time, morning 8:30. Two prison officers visited to the Evans cell, and their name were the Jackson and Stephen. Jackson was the senior officer and Stephen was the junior officer. Stephen got the service at the Evans cell and Jackson got the duty at the day wing. And at that the same day in the morning at 8:30, McCleary, he left his bachelor flat and he visited to the Oxford prison. And he was welcomed by the Jackson and he took him to the from D wing to the Evans cell. But here governor had a doubt that maybe here McCleary had brought something by which here Evans get the help to escape. So he told to the Jackson and Jackson checked his all things. At that time McCleary had a suitcase. In that suitcase he had the all things which is compulsory for his duty. But there are the two items which here Jackson found which surprised to him. First one was the rubber ring, and when he inquired about that, McCleary told him that he is suffering through the piles. That's why he used that when he used to sit for a long time. And next thing, when he found the paper knife, he kept himself. The examination time was the 9:30, but it delayed and started at the 9:40. The examination passed very smoothly for an hour. But at 10:40, your governor received a call from the secretary of board examination, and he told him that some foolish officer forget to put the correction slip in the envelope. And here, governor thought for a while, maybe it is a fake call and it is a kind of clue for the Evans. So he dialed from another phone to the secretary of board examination. But when he was satisfied by the getting the beeping sound, means engage sound, finally he passed the call to the Jackson and Jackson to the Stephen. And here McCleary told to the Evans there is a correction slip on the page number 3rd, line number 15th and word number 4. At the place of golden E, there it has been corrected as the golden N. Finally the exam passed smoothly, and just before 5 minutes, here McCleary told him that only 5 minutes, so please just arrange your paper in proper numbers and check your paper. After the finishing examination, Stephen got the call from the governor that leave the McCleary to the main gate. Here Stephen was a junior officer, but he felt very happy that he got so responsible job. So finally he took him to the out. When he was going to take him out, at that time he noticed some slightly changes in the McCleary, because when he had entered, his overcoat was some lengthy, he was looking some fat, but this time he was looking some slim, and there's the changes in his accent also. But he did not bother about that, and finally he released him out of the gate. And when he came in, he thought to go to the cafeteria to having a coffee, but finally he went to watch final look to the Evans. And when he peeped through the peephole, he shocked to see that there is the McCleary who was in a very injured condition. And when he called everybody came and saw that McLeary is inside, and all thought that Evans had escaped in the impersonate personality of the McLeary. Here, Inspector also came, and here McLeary told him that I know where has he gone, so please take me with you. Governor was helpless, and finally he got ready on this idea. So here McLeary was sent with the inspector. After that, Governor took the correction slip and the question paper. When he checked everything, so he brought the map of the Newsbury, and finally he found the correction slip, index number, code number, everything is a kind of clue, and he located the proper place where the Evans was. But and he called to the Redcliffe Hospital also, but he shocked to find that there was no one was visit there. So he went to the Golden Lion Hotel, and here Evans also reached after some time, and when he opened his door and switched the light, he shocked to see the governor front of him. And here for a while there was a silent pin drop of silence, and nobody speaks. So here, how did you get here? On that, governor said, it's not new. I also know the German and your correction slips and your question papers that give me the clue that you are here. On that, governor also surprised with him, and governor asked him, how did you manage everything? On that, Evans replied that who had McLeary, who had come to my cell, that was not actual McLeary, that was my friend, and he had won everything double up, and he gave me help. And finally, governor asked him, how did you manage the blood? On that, Evans said, the rubber ring which you saw, that was not a rubber ring, that was a clotted blood, and actual that was pig blood, and that was brought from the slaughterhouse. And if you add some kinds of trisodium chemical in that in a proper amount, so it melt, and I used that everything. Here governor, shocked from his clever mind, finally he was sent to the police van, but when police van left from there, once again here Evans escaped, because those van was arranged by the Evans, and actual those were not police, those were Evans' friends. So this is complete story. I hope that you like it. So please just watch it and get it help.